Hello friends, I'm here today to start a reading vlog of reading Book Bonanza authors. I initially asked on Instagram for author recommendations, but the only one I got were authors I had already read from, so I wanted to do new authors. I probably should have specified that, but I don't think I did. So first is one that I literally just got the book today. I ordered it for signing and then thought you should probably read it first. But that is The Wrong Bride by Katharina Mara. I believe this one is the main character's sister doesn't show for the wedding, so she like steps in. I don't know if it's like a mafia or whatever situation, but she like steps in to marry the fiance, but it's the guy that she's always been in love with, and he's always liked the sister. This one I have borrowed from my best friend. I don't really know what it is other than a fantasy romance, but that is Rhapsodic by Laura Thalassa. I also have Call It Fate by M.E. Montgomery. I believe this is a small town single mom romance. And then this next one, I actually bought it last year's Book Bonanza and haven't read it yet because I feel like it might be too dark for me. I feel like it might be too dark, but it also intrigues me, so I do want to try it. But that is Dark Notes by Pam Godwin. I think I'm going to start with this just to kind of force myself to go ahead and read it. But yeah, I think I'm going to start with Dark Notes. Then we might go into the small town single mom romance just to clear the mind a little bit. But yeah, that is my TBR for Book Bonanza authors. I will come back and give you an update once I start Dark Notes. Hey guys, so it's a couple days later now. My original plan was to update you about halfway through. Sorry, I'm about to get ready and that's my mirror. It's black and a mess, so we're just gonna leave it there. My original plan was to update you about halfway through, but I kind of couldn't stop reading. So I finished Dark Notes by Pam Godwin. It's the first Pam Godwin I've ever read. I liked it a lot more than I anticipated liking it. I thought that it was going to be a bit too dark for me, and there were certainly a lot of things that I wish, not that I wish I hadn't read, but that were really difficult to read. But I think all of the so in case you don't know, the book starts off, Ivory is a 17-year-old music student at this like lower income music student at this like really rich private school for creatives. And in order to kind of help her financial situation at a even younger age than she already is, she helps people like do their she does their homework for them essentially, and then they pay her but also take what they want from her. So she's dealing with that, and then at home, her dad passed away several years prior to the start of the book, and her mom has kind of checked out, and she's also dealing with her brother's best friend also doing that same thing to her. I don't know what YouTube will let me say as far as that word. And I thought Pam Godwin was really respectful in the writing of that beginning part, because you can definitely tell what's happening, but it's not super graphic and on page, like in a gross way. I don't know if I'm articulating that the way that I mean. But yeah, I thought that it was it was really hard to read because I knew what was happening, but it wasn't like a, oh my god, I can't believe she described it that way type feeling, if that makes sense. So starts off with that, and then she starts her senior year of high school, and I'm just talking to myself in this mirror. That's really weird. So she starts her senior year of high school, and she has this new music teacher that shows up, and he was 24 or 25, so like a young teacher. All the girls think he's hot, and he is also really attracted to her. So, like, because he's the piano teacher and she's a piano player, they're kind of put together for rehearsals and stuff. And through that course, we learn that he's a dominant, looking for a new sub, and that he is very attracted to Ivory. He learns kind of what all's been happening to her, and he just like wants to take her to his house and keep her safe. So like I said, I really enjoyed it. Pam Godwin, I have a question for you. Why didn't the brother get any? The brother needed some. I kept waiting for his revenge at the end, and there just wasn't any. And I think there should have been. So I finished Dark Notes. I read my first Pam Godwin. I haven't looked to see if her pre-order is still open. I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure like the majority of them have closed. So I may just buy something like at her table at Book Bonanza. I wish I could have gotten the pre-order, but so I'm getting ready today, going with Mom to a couple of appointments, and then we have like a family dinner that we do every week with my sister and my niece and my brother-in-law. So I'm like really having trouble finding the right brushes that I'm looking for today, and I don't know why. So yeah, I think I'm going to take the, what's it called? Ooh, the writing is too light for me to see from over here. I think I'm gonna take the Emmy Montgomery book, the like small town one, with me today and read while Mom is in her appointments. But yeah, pleasantly surprised by Dark Notes. I really thought that it was gonna be a little too dark for me. But like I said, I thought Pam Godwin did all of that stuff in a really respectful way. All of the assault and all that kind of stuff, I thought it was done in a really respectful way. And the BDSM, I don't think was too heavy. Like, Ivory is a beginner in the BDSM world, and so I think that Pam Godwin wrote it in a way for like a beginner in the BDSM world. But yeah, I'm going to finish getting ready so we can head out, and I will come back and update y'all on whatever the Emmy Montgomery book is called. Hey guys, so I should have done this update before I took my contacts out, but it's time to go to bed. A little bit ago, I finished Call It Fate by Emmy Montgomery. It was super cute. Small town romance, kind of a second chance. A hidden baby after a one night stand when they were in college. They were friends before they hooked up. And then through the misunderstandings and family emergencies, she never got a chance to tell him that she had a baby. And then we find out, like, as it's progressing, like, after he finds out he's a vet, he goes to the small town to take over their vet's office. We, like, find out that his dad interfered. So, like, nothing really, like, special or new as far as the secret baby trope for me, but I don't know if I want to give it 3 or 4 stars, because like it was good and I was enjoying it and I was leaning towards a 4-star, and then something happens at the end. I'm gonna tell you in a minute, but something happens at the end that just really frustrates me when I notice it. It really happens a lot more often when I don't, like, that I don't realize it. That sentence made no sense. It probably happens more often in books that I read, and I just don't notice it, but like, I just couldn't get past it in this one. Spoilers until the book is down. So he's finding out all of this stuff about his dad, like interfering, like knowing she was pregnant and interfering with him not ever finding out. So she tells him that his dad knew. Like, she kind of just like kept like bits and pieces of the truth. Like, she didn't tell him that the kid was hers. The kid was his. He figured that out because the eye color was like a super specific shade of green or whatever. And then she bits and pieces told him what happened the night of their one night stand, and then she bits and pieces told him how she ended up back in Sterling Mill, the town, and then like bits and pieces told him that his dad knew, and then got mad that like he goes and confronts his dad, and the dad's like, hey, I gave her a check that was cashed. And then she gets mad that he like doesn't trust her enough to believe that she wouldn't do that. But like, you haven't given him any reason to trust you. You haven't. And he's just supposed to go along with it because you say that you didn't, but the check was cashed. So like, it turns out her mom cashed it to deal with medical issues of the baby and her in like postpartum, but she didn't mention any of that. She never mentioned that she had any issues like during birth or right after birth, whatever. And I just like, like, this is not, I hate when the romance books just make it seem like the woman is always right and the male did wrong. I don't think he did wrong in this. I think he had a very human reaction to something, and she never gave him any reason to think anything else about her. Like, it bugged me. So now that I've like talked all of that out, I'm gonna go with a 3-star. I think that thing I think that just really bugged me. So I'm going to go with a 3-star for this. And then last night, before I went to bed, I will probably continue it tonight as well. I wanted an ebook to read, and The Wrong Bride by Catherine O'Mara is on KU. So I downloaded it and started reading it. I'm on page 98. There's about to be a wedding. So, in case you don't know what this one is, but like, it's been blowing up, so. These two families are, like, they have a deal to where there will be an arranged marriage. And it was always supposed to be Aries and Raven. But, when they, like, got older, Aries fell in love with Raven's sister. I forget her name. She's pissing me off, so I don't even care to know her name. But he fell in love with his sister, so everybody was just like, okay, fine, whatever, they can get married as long as one of those two sisters marries somebody in this family, specifically him, because he's like over this department of of his family's. I still haven't quite figured out how his whole family situation works. I haven't quite figured out why there has to be an arranged marriage at all. They just kind of keep talking to his grandmother, just kind of keeps talking about, like, that's how our family's always done it. So I don't know exactly why there has to be a wedding, but apparently there does. And we're almost to that point. The sister, like, a week before told him that she couldn't do it. She couldn't give up her career. She's an actress. And that she didn't want to, like, she didn't want to get married. But, like, I don't see how he was surprised with that, because apparently they've been together for like 5 or 6 years and nobody besides their family knows that they're together. Like he's some type of like mogul, media mogul, I guess is what you would call him. And she's like this world famous actress and nobody knows that they're dating. So now her sister, Raven, who is the main character, is a model. She's a fashion designer. She designs wedding dresses. She designed this dress for her sister, and she just put it on to go marry the man that her sister is in love with. And that's been like the most frustrating part for me, is that she has to wear the dress that she designed for her sister. Like when she said that she had to put it on, I was just like, no, that part's fucked up. Like the rest of it's fucked up too, but like this one little part is a sticking point for me. I'm just like, that's I hate this. Not the book. I hate the fact that she has to wear the dress that she designed for her sister to marry this guy that she's in love with. Because yeah, she's always really been attracted to her sister's boyfriend. So before I bought this book, I was advised that it was like a super trashy soap opera. And that is exactly what I'm getting from it. I'm so frustrated. I want people to treat her better. But yeah, I'm going to probably go continue reading until I fall asleep, and I will update y'all probably tomorrow, because I don't see myself putting this book off for very long. Y'all. So I finished The Wrong Bride, and I like 5 stars. This was just exactly what I wanted it to be. I was told that it was like a soap opera. That was exactly what it was. I could not put it down. Everything that happened, I just kept being like, no, that's fucked up. No, what? And then I can see how people don't like it, because it's right there in the synopsis. She marries the man who was dating her sister. The families were supposed to have an arranged marriage. They originally picked Raven, the main character. He started dating the sister, so they just moved it to her. When she doesn't show up at the wedding, they put Raven in her place. That is the whole story. The sister is the conflict. It was so dramatic. Yeah, I gave it 5 stars. It was exactly what I wanted it to be. I'm really excited that we're getting the second book in the swag bag. Katharina Mora posted that in the Book Bonanza page, that we're getting the like special edition of The Temporary Wife, which I'm so excited for now that that's been like teased at the back of this one. But yeah, we're getting the second one there. I gave this 5 stars. I loved it. So the last book for this reading vlog is Rhapsodic by Laura Thalassa. I have it here. This is my best friend's copy of it. But I was also able to find it in audio from the library. So I have a couple of things to do this afternoon, so I may just pop a headphone in and get started that way. Yeah, I don't know much about this. It's a fantasy. Best friend told me it was good, so here we are. So I finished listening to The Bargainer, Rhapsodic Bargainer series, and I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. There's just something that's telling me it wasn't a 5 star for me, so I really liked it that she was a siren, so that she was kind of like in the know about him being part of the Fae, and then he was the Fae king, and it was super swoony. He's like the king of the night Fae, and one of his like declarations of love was like, I'll love you until the darkness ends. And I was just like, oh, he's the king of the night, he's the darkness. Like it was super sweet. Yeah, it does leave off on a cliffhanger. I think I'm just gonna get the audio for book 2. This physical copy that I have is my best friend, so I need to give that back to her. I do think I would continue on with the series. I do think I would read more Laura Thalassa. It's too late for pre-orders, so I don't even know if she did a pre-order. I didn't ever look at hers, but we're about a month out, so I figure it's cutting it too close for me to pre-order from anybody else, so I may just see what she has available there as far as other series. So that is my new authors for Book Bonanza reading vlog. I enjoyed all of them. I think the lowest one I gave was the Emmy Montgomery one, which I would try again. Like, I would read more from her. It was just that, like, it was just that one thing I talked about. It was a spoiler, so let me know what other books by these authors I should check out. I enjoyed all of them. I do think I'm going to read more from them. But yeah, let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.